I will read the Bible verse, John chapter 11, 32 to 44. When Mary reached the place where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet and said, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come along with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. Where have you laid him? He asked. Come and see, Lord. They replied, Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, See how he loved him. But some of them said, Could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man have kept this man from dying? Jesus, once more deeply moved, come to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. Take away the stone, he said. But Lord, said Martha, the sister of that man, by this time there is a bad odor, for he has been there 4 days. Then Jesus said, Did I tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? So they took away the stone. Then Jesus looked up and said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but I said this for the benefit of the people standing here, that they may believe that you sent me. When he had said this, Jesus called in a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. The dead man came out, his hands and feet wrapped with a strip of linen, and a cloth around his face. Jesus said to them, Take off the grave clothes and let him go. Hi guys! Last week we talked about Zacchaeus who met Jesus and repented his sin and saved. Today we will talk about a man named Lazarus. Some of you may know it because it's a famous story, but I hope that God's grace will come to you when we learn about Lazarus' story today. Today's story is about what happened in Bethany, which is near Jerusalem. There lived a sibling named Martha and Mary and Lazarus. But one day, Mary's brother Lazarus was very sick. Lazarus was so sick that it was as if he was going to die. So, Mary and Martha sent a man to Jesus and asked Jesus to save his brother Lazarus. The man said to Jesus, Jesus, I think Lazarus is about to die. Come quickly and save Lazarus, please. Then Jesus said, This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it. But strangely, even Jesus loved Lazarus. Jesus didn't go straight to Lazarus' house. Then, for 2 days, Jesus didn't leave the place where he was. After 2 days, Jesus went to the house where Lazarus was. However, by the time Jesus arrived, it was already 4 days after Lazarus died and was buried in the tomb. Then Mary, who saw Jesus, ran to Jesus and said to him,
Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
Jesus wept when he heard this. Jesus wiped away his tears and went to the tomb where Lazarus died. Then Jesus ordered, Take away the stone. Then Martha said,
But Lord, by this time there is bad odor, for he has been there 4 days.
Martha had no idea what Jesus was gonna do. Hearing that, Jesus said, Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? And when people moved the stone, Jesus looked at the sky and prayed to God. Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know that you always hear me, but I say this for the benefit of people standing here, that they may believe that you sent me. And he said out loud, "Come out, Lazarus." After Jesus said this, somebody came out the tomb. It was Lazarus, who died, wrapped with strips of linen, comes back to life. When Lazarus came out, Jesus ordered to people, "Take off the grave clothes and let him go." People saw Lazarus come to life and they unwrapped the cloth. And many of them came to believe that Jesus was Son of God. Hey guys, what did you get from today's message? I guess you've thought few things about it. Why didn't Jesus run right away when he heard the news that Lazarus was about to die? But Jesus waited for 2 more days before going to Lazarus who already dead. Isn't it a little bit hard to understand? Do you remember what Jesus said at the beginning of today's word that Jesus said to the person who asked Jesus to heal Lazarus? Jesus said to this man, "This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." What this means is that through resurrection of Lazarus, Jesus was to receive the glory that Jesus is a Son of God. Even though it does not appear in today's text, Jesus made this promise to Martha, who complained about why he came late. I will read it. John chapter 11, verse 23. Jesus said to her, "Your brother will rise again." But Martha did not believe that Jesus' word would actually bring the dead Lazarus to life. Martha was just think that if Lazarus was dead, he would be resurrected in heaven, not in this world. Even though Martha believed that Jesus was Son of God, she did not know whether Jesus was the one who could actually bring Lazarus to life from the dead. To be precise, Martha wasn't sure what the Son of God could do. That's why she complained to Jesus when her brother Lazarus died. However, Jesus saved Lazarus from death to life as he promised. Mary and Martha had seen Lazarus, who had died completely, come back to life. Including Mary and Martha and people who saw this, they finally knew clearly that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and the Messiah who could save them. Jesus deliberately came after Lazarus died 2 days later in order to let Mary and Martha and the people around them to know that Jesus is the Son of God through the miracles of Lazarus' resurrection. Through this event, Jesus revealed the glory of God as he said. Guys, do you know when God will be glorified? God is glorified when people who did not know who Jesus Christ is become know and believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and the Savior who can deliver us from the death, from the curse, and from judgment. That's when God is glorified. I pray that you all will glorify God and share that grace through the faith in Jesus Christ, who saved us by only through His grace. 자, 먼저 11월 셋째 주 준비물을 꺼내주시기를 바랍니다. 자, 저렇게 불구스름한 천과 붕대가 들어있죠. 오늘은 이 죽은 나사로를 부모님들이 표현해 주시면 되고요. 저 천을 이용해서 예수님을 표현할 거예요. 그래서 부모님들이 붕대로 칭칭 감으신 채로 클로짓이나 문이 있는 다른 곳에서 무덤에서 죽은 나사로가 살아 돌아오는 것처럼 연기를 해주시면 됩니다. 예수님께서 나오라고 명령하시면 죽은 나사로가 살아나는 액티비티가 되겠습니다. 아벨아, 아빠가 가요? 아빠가 나사로가 될 거예요. 아빠.
자, 쉬고 아빠를 감아보자.
네, 이제 무덤으로 들어가 주시면 되겠습니다. 안녕 아벨아. 안녕히 계세요 예수님. 이제 예수님이 나사로를 불러주시면 되겠습니다.
아빠라, 나사로야 나와라. 나사로 해봐. 힘들지? 나사로야 나와라. 약은 아니지만 나와라. 하느님 듣고 계십니까? 무서워. 아빠 나왔어. 일로와서 붕대를 풀어주세요. 여기 앉으세요, 나사로님.
그럼 오늘 나사로가 죽어서 무덤에 들어갔을 때 예수님이 나사로야 나오라 해서 이렇게 살아났죠? 그것처럼 예수님은 죽은 사람도 살리실 수 있는 하나님의 아들임을 믿는 아벨이가 되세요. 아멘.
아멘.